Hello. I'm going to try something a bit different today. I'll explain how it's different later. In London City, where I did dwell, a butcher boy I loved right well. He courted me, my life away, but now with me he will not stay. I wish in vain. I wish I was a maid again, I ne'er shall be, till cherries grow on an ivy tree. I wish my baby it was born and sitting on his daddy's knee, and me, poor girl, to be dead and gone, with the long green grass growing over me. She went upstairs to go to bed, and calling up her mother said, "Bring me a chair till I sit down, and a pen and ink till I write down." At every word she shed a tear, at every line cried Willie dear. Oh, what a foolish girl was I, to be led astray by a butcher boy. He went upstairs and the door he broke. He found her hanging from a rope. He got his knife and he cut her down, and in her pocket these words he found: "Oh, make my grave both wide and deep, put a marble stone at my head and feet, and in the middle a turtle dove, that the world may know I died for love." Yeah, different. First of all, different from my usual tuning. Instead of the normal open G tuning, I've turned the fourth string down to a C. What's the difference? Well, I guess that song is, I sing it in C, so having the low C helps instead of the low D. Of course, I could play it in standard tuning, but that particular tuning was the standard tuning in times gone by, before bluegrass and the open G tuning took over the world. So that's called sometimes standard C, but nowadays, because G's the norm, is called drop C. And so the chord fingering is a bit different from open G, but not much, because only one string's changed. What else is different? It's a different spirit, that song. So the stuff I usually do, the boppy stuff that really suits the banjo better, I think, in a way. But the other thing is obviously different is the accent. I was born in England and I've lived, 70, 80 something, 70 years in Australia. So my natural accent is Australian. But because most of the music I like comes from England or Ireland or Scotland or the US, then I consciously used different accents, just depending on who I've been listening to. So that was my go at an Irish accent, because if you don't know, that song's called The Butcher Boy. It was originally an English pub song or something, I suppose, but it was taken up in the 1960 somethings by the Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem. And The Butcher Boy back then was one of my favourite songs. Yeah, I really like the spirit that the Clancy brothers brought to music, and I believe their influence was strong on people like Bob Dylan and even Joan Baez. That's my guess. Anyway, that era is when I came to musical consciousness. So that's in my head. Nothing else to say except, yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll pursue that one. What I have been doing for the last couple of days is looking at different variants of that song or that tune. As with most folky stuff that was transmitted not so much by the printed page as by the oral tradition, there are many different variants around. In fact, I'll just show you something. Here is a book that I purchased of what's a collection of songs from the southern United States collected in the 1910s and 20s. And I looked up Barbara Allen, which is related to this song I just sang, in a way. And there are 16 different variants notated down that the collectors found in different parts of the southern United States. So if the way I do it isn't the way you believe it should be done, well, it's just my way. Anyway, something different next time again, I hope.